called to order Southampton Town Planning Board, Thursday, February 13th, 2025. The secretary will call the roll.
Chair LaFaro is absent. Vice Chair Finity.
Present.
Secretary is here. Board Member Mutu.
Present.
Board Member Neely.
Present.
Board Member Fulham.
Present.
Board Member Glazer.
Present.
Very good. Could you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In light of our sparse attendance, I'll just advise in the event of an emergency, exit this room utilizing either the two rear doors, proceed to the main floor using either staircase, and exit the building from the front or the side rear door. We have three hearings on tonight. The first one is 173 Norris LLC. Do we have notice, counsel?
We do.
Very good.
You can proceed.
We'll read the notice into the record. George, you going to read?
Please take notice in accordance with local law number 14 of 2022. A public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, February 13, 2025 at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road, Southampton, and via video conferencing to consider the pre-application titled 173 Norris LLC. The application proposes a two-lot subdivision of the 2.806 acre property situated in the R20 zoning district, New York State Archaeological Sensitive Area and Water Quality Initiative Medium Priority Area, located at 173 Norris Lane, Bridgehampton, Suffolk County Tax Map 900-71-2-17.
Very good. Welcome.
Good evening, members of the board. Carl Benacasa, 860 Montauk Highway, Watermill, New York, for the applicant. This is a pretty standard two-lot subdivision. The lot's 122,229 square feet and in the R20 zoning district. So from an area perspective, it has a yield of 6 lots. We're only proposing 2. Those lots are each having an area of 40,000 square feet or twice the minimum required under code. I would note the average size of lots in the area is actually less than 20,000 square feet. So these would be oversized lots in the area. The southern lot, both lots are ultimately going to be developed, obviously, for residential purposes. The southern lot, proposed lot, is currently under construction. It meets both the, obviously, side yard setbacks for current zoning and post-subdivision. And the lines to be drawn pursuant to the subdivision accommodate, which is why there are improvements on that map, accommodate the improvements currently underway. And that's pretty much it. It's straightforward. We're certainly we're approaching this as a reduced yield subdivision, 2 lots.
So you're going to preclude further subdivision?
Yep. If that's a condition of this board, I'm sure that the applicant would be fine with that.
Okay. Further questions from the applicant? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on 173 Norris LLC? Peter, anyone on Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
Very good. I'll entertain a motion to close with a 10-day written comment period.
Motion.
Motion by Gloria, second by Kate. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions.
Thank you.
5 yes, 6 yes, 1 absent. Thank you, Carl.
Good night.
The next one is 1004 Montauk Highway. Do we have notice, council?
We do, Chair.
Very good. Tom, you can read.
Take that. Please take notice that in accordance with local law number 14 of 2022, a public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, February 13th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road, Southampton, and via video conferencing to consider the site plan application entitled 1004 Montauk Highway. The application proposes to construct a new 2-story, 6,300 square foot medical building with a full building footprint, cellar for storage, and 42 parking spaces on a vacant parcel measuring 40,210 square feet, 0.923 of an acre, in the HB zoning district within the New York State Archaeological Sensitive Area located at 1004 Montauk Highway, Watermill, Suffolk County Tax Map number 102-1-20.4.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the board. My name is Alex Holloman, civil engineer from Bowler, here to speak on behalf of the applicant. As was alluded to before, the subject property is located at 1004 Montauk Highway in the HB Highway Business Zone per Town of Southampton mapping. The site is currently undeveloped with generally sloping topography from the northeast to the southwest and is fronted by two streets, Montauk Highway, a DOT right-of-way, and Willow Road, a town right-of-way. No existing curb cuts are located on the site. To the north is an existing restaurant, Calissa's. To the east is Montauk Highway with farmland beyond. South is Willow Road with an existing structure beneath that, beyond that, and existing mechanical automotive repair shops to the west. Proposed conditions, the project proposes a 2-story with basement new medical building, 9,450 square feet in total, 3,105 square feet per each level. Curb cut on Willow Road is proposed, and as required by site design, we have many other site elements such as on-site stormwater management, on-site septic design, trash enclosure, lighting, landscaping, and parking. The applicant's pleased to present that this is by right and variance-free. There are TDR requirements, TDR purchase requirements to meet on-site density requirements. We are submitted to the health department, the county health department, and we are down to the final comments as we move forward with that process. Also have filed with DOT and have the final few comments for those to get both of those items wrapped up soon. As I spoke before, applicant is seeking to have this project move along. Given where we are in the process, we're coming up on ARB, and being a by right status, we look forward to moving on to the final steps.
We had the benefit of a couple of work sessions on this, so.
Yes, we had a few work sessions to work through things. Correct.
Any questions from the board?
No. I guess the only remaining thing is just to make sure that you're aware of the intent to match up the driveway with the property across from Willow Road that's undergoing review now.
Okay.
That was one of our focuses.
We
on
just
that.
spoke about it
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
So you're aware of that?
Underlined.
We are aware of that. We have looked at that internally, and we've spoken to the end clients, the client and the end users who have looked at the site plan to this point. We are not in a position to look at moving the driveway at this point. We have a few reasons for that sort of opinion. First being that when we first came across this project, we, as you spoke of at the work sessions, we had a few different layouts, a few different configurations. I know that we collaborated with the planning department to come up with the 2-story design, which masked the house to the south, and placed the driveway as it's shown here, where it comes across the front of the building where the ADA is located. Vetted, secured, fully designed, which actually was aligning with that driveway at the time, the existing before the applicant moved forward with that preliminary filing. The end user did look at that, vetted it, everything looked good, and we've moved forward to this point. When we were able to review the potential for moving it, it's something that's going to be detrimental to engineering-wise that's where our stormwater management is located. It doesn't exactly line up either with our current configuration. As I said before, it slopes from the northeast to southwest. 95% of our underground stormwater management is in that area, so relocating that could open up a can of worms. So we did review, but we would like to keep the driveway where it is now, and maybe collaborate on how they could relocate their driveway more in line with ours.
Thanks.
Okay. Further questions from the board? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on 1004 Montauk Highway? Peter, anyone on Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
Very good. I'll entertain a motion to close with the 10-day written comment period. Kate? Motion by Kate, second by Gloria, and all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? We have 6 yes, 1 absent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Final application is 80 Anchor Street, Hamlet of Flanders. Do we have notice?
You do, Chairman.
We do. Gloria, do you want to? You read it? Okay. Thanks, George.
I gotta have to remember to give him back this one.
Yeah.
Please take notice in accordance with local law number 14 of 2022. A public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, February 13, 2025 at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road, Southampton, and via video conferencing to consider the pre-application entitled 18 Anchor Street. The application consists of a standard plan with 2 lots. Lot 1 measuring 20,975 square feet and Lot 2 measuring 19,782 square feet to be improved with a single-family dwelling situated in the R15 zoning district and located at 80 Anchor Street, Flanders, Suffolk County Tax Map number 900-142-2-22.
You're welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the board. My name is Jeff Moreno. The subject property is 80 Anchor Street. We are proposing a minor subdivision from 1 lot to 2 lots. The general square footage of the entire property is about 40,000 square feet, and the 2 new subdivided lots would be both approximately about 20,000 square foot each. The subdivision, as we're proposing, meets all the required setbacks. Besides the rear setback on the north of the property here, for which we've already obtained a variance from the zoning board. And it also meets the size lot requirements for the R15 zoning, which is in. Other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward.
So that's a flag lot? It's a second is
It is a 20-foot driveway that leads to this back lot over here. I forgot what exactly is the requirement that takes it from flag lot
20
to.
feet.
Yeah, so we're exactly at 20.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Further questions? Anyone from the public? Peter, anyone on Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
Very good. I'll entertain a motion to close with a 10-day written comment period by George, second by Tom. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstentions? 6 yes, 1 absent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn by George, second by Kate. We are adjourned. Thanks, folks.
Pretty good, 14 minutes.
That's
I didn't
not
think my
bad at
record-
all.
Dennis. I'm sorry, I slowed it down.